Agate to Base Command. Come in, Base Command.
Base Command receiving, Leggett. Don't be surprised if I cut out. The whole Hoth system is murder on the comms. And not so good for people, either.
You say that like you've had experience.
Not personally. Friends. Hoth's a frozen rock, not worth much on its own. But years back, it saw one of the war's biggest battles. Hundreds of ships got dragged into the atmosphere, made a sort of a starship graveyard for the best girls in the fleet. You're going to bring one home.
I hijacked a transport once. Never made off with a whole ship.
I heard rumors. Tell me the story someday. It's a war zone down there. Republic salvage operations, Imperial saboteurs, and the White Maw. Few thousand pirates who want the scrap for themselves. Plus the Starbreeze is a Mu-type shuttle. Slip of a thing. Haven't been able to locate her in the wreckage. Our only lead is inside the Imperial Army.
That explains why you needed a defector.
We have reports that Lyak Davos, an Imperial admiral who fought in the Battle of Hoth, is assembling an expedition to the Starship Graveyard. He's after a long list of salvage, the Starbreeze included. Join Admiral Davos and get that shuttle to us instead.
You'll have the ship before the Admiral knows it's gone.
Codename Hunter will contact you from the field. He's en route to Hoth now. In the meantime, talk to Admiral Davos' search and recovery men at the Imperial base and get the Starbreeze back. You have no idea how important she is.
Satellite's dead. What do your people know about Grid Alpha 9?
Pirate territory, heavily fortified.
Can you get me numbers?
Perhaps, but our manpower is limited.
Manpower? Excuse me. Captain Leo Firth, search and recovery. Saw your docking authorization. You must be our visitor from intelligence.
Cypher 9. I'm on unattached wartime duty here to see Admiral Davos.
Sergeant, you're dismissed. The Chiss Ascendancy has been operating on Hoth for years. Useful, but let's not kid ourselves. So, what's your business with the Admiral?
That information is for the Admiral's ears only.
Then you're out of luck. He left base with his expedition 36 hours ago. Long-range comms are almost useless in this weather. You want to wait? He'll be back in a few weeks.
Give me his last known location and I'll be going.
Look, there might still be a crew at the expedition launch site. It's where the Admiral's supply line to the Starship Graveyard starts. But trying to reach the launch point now is suicide. Weather's bad, and there are Republic commandos in the area.
I don't plan to stay out longer than I have to. But Admiral Davos isn't leaving without me.
Understood, sir. I hope you find what you're after.
Packed and ready, Admiral. Unless you're worried about the captain's flare.
No. We cannot wait.
Intruder alert. Imagine if we hadn't gone through the proper channels.
Officer, I am Admiral Davos, commander of this expedition. You were not expected.
Tell your men to stand down or I can't be responsible for their fate.
As you wish. You must excuse our caution. Hoth is not a world that forgives mistakes, a lesson that scarred me long ago.
Weapons down, everyone.
We are in the midst of a delicate operation. These men are preparing to follow me to the Starship Graveyard.
The Minister of Intelligence says I'm to assist your men and ensure the interests of the Empire.
I see. Months ago, I could have accommodated this. Now, I'm afraid we approach the crisis point, and I cannot afford additional risk. Commander, torture him and find out what he knows, then kill him.
You're still alive.
Don't bother returning to base. Captain Firth is gone, and Admiral Davos bribed most of the others.
I want you to explain what's going on.
No time. Transmission breaking up. There is a location beyond the frozen lake. You'll find answers. Coordinates sent.
Have you been watching me?
We've been watching the sensors. Picked up blaster fire and assumed things had gone wrong. Go. Sent out.
What is all this?
Sir, sorry for not contacting you sooner. No one thought Admiral Davos's men would actually start shooting. Ensign Reyna Temple, Chiss Expansionary Defense Force. Welcome to Zero Station.
You're kidding, right?
This is a top-secret Chiss Ascendancy installation. Self-sufficient, running in parallel with the above-ground outposts. Paranoia at work.
But our paranoia paid off.
And this is our base commander, Aristocra Saganu.
Ensign Temple speaks highly of Imperial intelligence. She convinced me the Admiral Davos situation warranted bringing you in.
He ordered his men to torture me. I'd like to know why.
My agents have been watching Admiral Davos for months. We became suspicious when he brought in his own crew, officers loyal to him, and covered it with bribes. Lately, he brought heavy equipment and guns, built an army for his expedition to the Starship Graveyard. You threatened his control.
What's his background? His personality?
Admiral Davos fought in the original Battle of Hoth, and was stranded here for 6 months in the aftermath.
My father told me stories. Brilliant strategist. Never had the connections to become Moth.
He must be after the Graveyard's salvage, prototype technology, military databanks. It could make him unimaginably wealthy. I won't proceed without Imperial sanction. Grant it, and we can stop Admiral Davos and his plans together.
I'm in. What's our next move?
The White Moor pirates control the wastelands between here and the Starship Graveyard. The Admiral's been sending his people out there for weeks.
My scouting party caught them burying some sort of supply caches. We don't know what the Admiral's caches are for, but if you could get us reconnaissance scans, they might give us a lead on the man himself.
These drop points, any ideas at all?
Emergency supplies, deliveries to the pirates. We just don't know.
These are the drop point locations. Contact me when you get the scans, and we'll find our man. Chiss Honor.
Are you well?
Sir, this is Ensign Temple. Looks like that cache is full of stolen Imperial equipment. Given how the pirates are guarding it, I'm guessing it's a gift from Admiral Davos to the White Moor.
Where does that leave us?
I advise continuing the recon. A little luck and we'll pin down which White Moor faction the Admiral's dealing with. If you can tag the caches for tracking, that wouldn't hurt either. Temple out. Tracking signal coming in.
This is Hunter to Leggett. Hope you weren't getting lonely. I'm on planet, but signals don't carry here. Ardeen Koth authorized me to take your reins. Have you found the Starbreeze yet?
Admiral Davos has gone rogue. I can't get the Starbreeze until I track him down.
I hope you're not dragging your feet. Let's take out some insurance. Keyword, onomatophobia. Command, find the Starbreeze and contact me when you succeed.
Orders understood. I'll proceed with the mission.
Good. Master Koth thinks you work better without your programming. I'm not so soft. Hunter out.
Smart, arrogant, cautious. Don't underestimate him.
Increasing combat pheromones.
Temple here. Like we thought, those caches are a gift from Admiral Davos to the Pirate Coalition. Specifically, he's paying off a group called the Marauders. Raiders and hijackers, influential with the other pirate gangs.
What do we know about their methods? Composition?
Sorry, still reviewing the file. Heavy weapons and frontal assaults. Mixed species. I'm not going to read you what they do to their victims. The Marauders have a camp nearby. Guard looks light at the moment. We're going to take a team in. Meet us there and we'll dig up some answers. Temple out.
Are you well?
Agent! There were too many of them. Half our team is pinned down.
Chui atat ap smasa kipuna.
Past you! Stop! Look at me and stop.
Skir ein hultiet vinstregaga.
That's right. Keep looking here. I'll keep talking, and you keep looking. Sir, if you're going to do anything, do it now.
Are you all right, Ensign?
I'm fine. Check on the others. Sir, I suppose you want an explanation.
What are you, Ensign? Jedi? Sith?
What I did back there, it was a force trick, sir. I'm just powerful enough to get into trouble. No lightning, no seeing the future, I never trained. If the Sith knew, they'd have me killed. That's why I left Imperial service for the Chiss Ascendancy.
If the Sith knew, you could become one of them.
Only if I survived the Sith Academy. And I wouldn't. Please, it's your prerogative to pursue this, of course. But let's finish the job first.
Put some faith in me, and this might turn out all right.
Getting a call from Zero Station. They finished analyzing the pirate data.
Agent, Ensign Temple, your raid was successful. It seems Admiral Davos has been trying to arrange safe passage through pirate territory to the Starship Graveyard. The pirates have agreed to meet, today.
Get me the details, and I'll be there.
The meet is in the primary Marauder base, heavily fortified. Attack head-on, and the attendees slip away. However, a cave system runs under the base. Moves softer than a shadow, and you could tap the cave wall.
You're sending him to the bone pits.
The caves are inhabited by animal life and resemble a slaughterhouse. But it's the perfect place from which to observe the meeting.
Sounds dangerous, but I'm willing to take a risk.
Once you're in place, you can use a laser drill and microcord camera to tap the wall.
My team will be in touch from Zero Station. Good luck to you.
We need to move out, but be careful in the monster's den.
Are you well? Are you well?
Agent, you're in position. Burn a hole through that wall and feed in the camera.
Where is Admiral Davos? I did not invite servants.
I act in the Admiral's name. I'll show you.
Getting audio only. Can you see anything?
That's Captain Firth, one of the Admiral's men. I don't know the pirate.
Here. Begin playback.
Ashok the Unyielding, I am honored by your invitation. I am Admiral Davos, and I fought in the Battle of Hoth. Unlike my peers, I was left to the icy wastes. For 6 months I wandered the wreckage. As I lost my vitality, I found many items of great value. Weapons, artifacts, even a Republic shuttle full of secrets. I hid them in the starship graveyard, so that I might one day claim my prize.
Today's that day. Give us safe passage into the starship graveyard, and we'll all leave rich.
We apologize, Agent, but you may want to see this.
Is there a problem?
The wildlife has taken an interest in us. We should be flattered.
Situation under control. What happened with the meeting?
They cut a deal, sir. The pirates are going to escort Admiral Davos to his treasure, but they outlined their route. I think we know where they're heading.
That Republic shuttle he talked about, did it come up again?
Just the part about it being full of secrets. I think the Admiral likes playing games. The aristocrat and I can meet you at the edge of the starship graveyard. There's an Imperial outpost there. Sagano can fill you in, and we can plan a final approach. Temple out.
We'll be buried alive by the third marker. Bring up the northern passage. Let me see.
He's here, sir.
I'm aware of that. Resume planning. Agent, thanks to your surveillance, we have a lock on Admiral Davos's destination. He and his men are being escorted to a crashed Republic super dreadnought in the heart of the starship graveyard. His horde is there.
The reason you say that like it's a death sentence?
The horde is sealed in the tertiary launch bay, protected by an army of White Moor pirates.
Sorry I'm late. Did I miss the bad news?
There's no other kind.
Lovely. Go on.
This isn't a one-squad operation. The Defense Force will join you for the assault.
My priority is a Republic shuttle, part of the Admiral's horde. Everything else is secondary.
While the Chiss Ascendancy believes Admiral Davos is a threat, our goals are not incompatible. I suggest a two-pronged approach. You slip past the pirates on the super dreadnought and deactivate the blast doors.
That'll let my team in. We can rendezvous at the launch bay. We'll be your backup.
Skirmish tactics, blaster rifles and electro staves only. We don't want to damage the horde.
Understood, sir. We'll stay on our toes.
I suggest we begin. Admiral Davos is already on the move.
I'll see you at the dreadnought. Either way, this'll all be over soon.
Take it slowly.
Three following. Blasters and flame projectors.
All right, keep them at a distance. Sir, enemies in pursuit. More expected. Bit of a nightmare, but we'll hold them off.
What's the situation?
Admiral Davos and his horde should be down that corridor somewhere. Quite possibly with his escort.
11, 12 more. Marauders and Scourge.
Saganu is holding our escape route outside. We'll keep the pirates off your back. Do what you came to do.
Still here. Still waiting for us.
Admiral, intruder! Target him, but do not fire.
The Cypher agent lives. I wondered what became of you.
You've caused a lot of trouble for a man I didn't come here to kill.
I waited years to return to Hoth and reclaim my retirement funds. My superiors were never to know.
We should take him now.
Silence. You complicated matters. Forced us to part ways with the Empire. But this can be mended. Tell me what you desire.
You want to avoid being branded a traitor. I want to know about that Republic shuttle.
The shuttle? How interesting. It was the personal ship of one Colonel Omus. He served in the upper echelons of Republic weapons research. Rumor was that the Starbreeze contained his records and security codes. I brought it here for safekeeping. Does that pique your interest?
What sort of weapons research did he do?
Almost prototype space stations, ion cannons. He died aboard this very dreadnought, another of his many projects. The shuttle is yours. I ask only two things: your silence and the location of the secret Chiss base.
But the shuttle is ours. Our payment.
It is a small price to remove the Chiss from the equation. They know too much.
Sir, even if we wipe them out, we can't trust you-know-who over there.
We are all Imperials. Give me the Chiss, pledge your silence, and we will all return to the Empire in glory. You will have your shuttle and wealth besides.
You're not killing the Chiss, and I won't take your bribe.
A man of principles. How admirable. Kill him.
Codename Legate to Hunter. I have located the Starbreeze.
I owe command 10 credits. You look awful, by the way. Get that shuttle running and rendezvous at these coordinates. Hunter, out.
Sir, pirates are down, but I'm the only one left. We need to get moving.
Have you been injured?
Scratches, sir. Deep scratches. Force trick saved my life.
The shuttle is in poor condition. We'll need help to fly it.
You can help, but you don't repeat anything you see. Understand?
Understood, sir.
Nice landing. Let's take a look. Solid body, not a scratch on her. And she came with my shuttle? What's her name?
Ensign Rena Temple, sir. Chiss Expansionary Defense Force.
Of course. Minder 17, Imperial Intelligence. Excellent work, both of you.
I couldn't have done any of this without her.
High praise. Maybe she deserves a promotion. I'll fly the shuttle to its final destination. You can take my ride home. Ensign, why don't you and Vector run a systems check? I need a minute with the agent.
I'll chisel the ice off the pilot seat for you.
Arden Koth will be happy. But the girl, we agree she needs to die, right?
That's unnecessary. She knows better than to reveal classified intelligence.
Maybe I like to be careful. Look, you've worked with her. You've bonded with her. Fine. I'm not heartless. Maybe she'll even be useful. You want her to live? You take responsibility. Stash her on your ship. She doesn't talk to anyone. Doesn't learn about the SIS.
You know, you're really twisted.
Just to be sure, though, I'm putting a command in your brain. Keyword, onomatophobia. If Rena Temple becomes a threat to our mission or leaves your supervision, you will kill her. You won't have a choice.
Sir, Minder 17 told me about the transfer. I'm a little surprised. If intelligence wants me out of the Chiss Defense Force, though, I won't argue. Nice as it would have been to pack an overnight bag.
You'll fit right in, Ensign. You shouldn't worry.
Don't get me wrong, it's a fantastic opportunity. My father would love this. But if I can ask, why do you want me here?
You're versatile, capable, and young enough to learn. You could be a brilliant operative.
Really? Well, maybe it's time for a career change after all.
Ensign, we're delighted that you're joining us. Don't let the dangers put you off.
That's very kind, Master Hillis.
Just Vector. We'll let you two get acquainted and meet you back on the ship. Take care of her.
This is Legate to Base Command. Mission complete.
Base Command here. Hunter gave me his report. He spoke highly of you. Not a lot of people earn his praise.
How did he come to join the SIS?
Used to do corporate security, if you can believe it. Recruited him a few years back. I'm grateful the Starbreeze is in one piece. She'll help us win this war. Now, Hoth and Terrace makes two. Ready for the final stage?
I serve at your command.
Maybe you've heard of it. A death trap of a planet called Quesh. Our primary objective's there. I want you en route.
On my way, sir.
Get to these coordinates when you arrive and we'll be in touch. Base Command out.
Agent, I hope this recorded message finds you well. This is Aristocrat Saganu of the Chiss Expansionary Defense Force. I never got the chance to see you off Hoth. Understandable, things were hectic. Nonetheless, you proved a worthy ally, and one deserving of the Ascendancy's trust. A token of our appreciation has been delivered to Imperial intelligence. I hope they will pass it on to you. And lastly, give my regards to Ensign Temple. Doubtless she serves you as well as she served us.
Hello, Kalia. What's going on?
Hey, so I've been thinking, with all the stuff I've told you about my past, we ever talk about the Brental anarchists?
You've mentioned their existence and that you worked with them. No details.
Then here's a morsel for you. We were the Revolutionary Edge Brigade. So was probably me and a dozen other guys. We blew up hollow relays, robbed banks, kidnapped politicos and corporate honchos. Did a lot of damage.
Not so different from the Eagle and his men.
Yeah, but REB focused more on big business than the Empire. I wasn't really in it for the philosophy. Even so, there's times I look at who we work for now and, well, I never thought I'd end up helping a bunch of dictators, you know?
Dreams can be very different from reality.
Hey, you probably got it worse than me. Thing is, I'm actually pretty content. I've got money, company's decent. Even your squad's growing on me. Hypocrisy's a funny thing. See you around, Agent.
I hope I'm not prying. I overheard a bit of your conversation and couldn't help but wonder, have you noticed anything unusual about Kalio's behavior lately?
Less griping, more cheer. Other than that, no.
Interesting. I hadn't spotted that. However, I've noticed some encoded messages broadcast to and from the ship. Kalio has access to the relay, and I'm trying to assess all possibilities.
Let me know if anything happens, or if you find out more about those transmissions.
Of course. I always enjoy a puzzle.
Look, I'm sorry to dump this on you, but you're gonna need to live without me for a little while. It'll be quick, but I need time off to wrap up some personal things.
It's a little sudden, isn't it? What's going on?
Nothing big, just some private stuff.
And I was worried I'd miss your departure. Kalio, we've had our differences, but I wanted to wish you the best of luck. I'm sure the Wheezer and his Revolutionary Edge Brigade will be delighted to have you back.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm surprised that you would permit this, though. Letting Kalio see her old anarchist friends must violate any number of Imperial regulations.
If you're planning a betrayal, I swear to you.
That's not it. I wasn't going to betray you.
Then why the encoded messages sent from this ship between you and the leader of the Brental anarchists?
Look, it's not what you think. The Weezer got in touch, said he needed help. Didn't say why, but I figure security's cracking down on the cell again.
Why didn't you say anything?
The Weezer was good to me, so I thought I'd lend a hand. Figured telling you would make trouble, get someone killed. If you don't trust me, come back with me and watch my back. We'll buy him off somehow. Might actually survive that way.
All you had to do was ask.
Thank you. I'll get in touch with him. One call to set up the meeting.
I'll leave you to your work.
We're all set. The Weezer will meet us at the Hoth spaceport. Just try to make this go without a fight. I don't need to lose either of you.
Agent, we've had time to think since reuniting the Killik colony. Not that our work hasn't kept us busy, but we didn't actually thank you for allowing our pilgrimage. You should come with us next time.
No need to thank me. You ever need support, just say the word.
We'll try not to make you regret that offer. In any case, we should get back to work. We promised Kalia we'd keep the hatchlings away from her quarters, which means some training is in order.
Cleo hasn't said much about you. Everything going all right?
After some early missteps, we're learning to tolerate one another. We no longer invite her to the Jaric games. She no longer spits in our tea. Give us a few months. We've negotiated with worse.
How are things, Vector?
Agent, when we communed with the other nests, we saw a force for change in the galaxy. There are Killiks as large as starships and as small as mites, joiners from 100 species on 1,000 worlds. We mean to report on the Killik colony to the diplomatic service.
The colony's been in hiding for a long time. The Killiks may not appreciate it.
We've shared thoughts with Daizana of the Lacey nest, and we've assessed the limits of their cooperation. If the service can make entreaties to the colony, if we make them an ally, we'll have a foothold in the unknown regions. We'd have access to Killik craftsmanship, joiner information. Even without their military support, they would be invaluable.
What would an Imperial Killik alliance take?
We've outlined a proposal. The Killiks want peace and resources, and the Empire can offer both. And if the Empire doesn't make allies of the Killiks, someone else may get to them first.
However I can assist, say the word.
We'd ask you to sign off on the report. Other than that, we'll keep your offer in mind. Thank you.
My good friend, allow an old man some sentiment and join me for a reminiscence. Today is the 13th anniversary of the death of Cypher 12, one of the finest agents I've ever worked with.
I've never heard of a Cypher 12. They don't mention our predecessors much.
Our history is fleeting, to say the least. Cypher 12 was one of the old guard from before the war. He cultivated allies on the fringes. By the time he received his Mandalorian brands, he'd also become verbally abusive in private, but he never cracked on the job. Always had a smile.
Were you partners?
I was technical advisor on several of his assignments, and we shared a taste in Mirialan cuisine. Eventually the odds caught up with him, and a Hapani royal assassin punctured his lungs. Inevitable, really. Are you aware how few ciphers survive past year 5?
The odds aren't good for any of us.
Quite so. I admire the line you walk between obedience and ingenuity. Unfortunately, your methods breed enemies. Be careful not to end up without recourse.
You chose to join my crew. If you didn't like my methods, you could have found a way out by now. What are you after?
I've made it through a very long career by choosing my partners wisely. I've outlasted them all, and I intend to keep doing so.
I rather like your ship. Not exactly military, but it'll be nice not sleeping in a thermosuit. Once we're underway, you'll bring me up to speed on my duties, sir. Show me the tricks of undercover work.
You're embarking on a new career. No nostalgia for your old life?
None, sir. If I'm here, I intend to commit myself. I probably ought not to bring this up, but there is the matter of my talents. If I'm operating in the Empire, there's the chance the Sith will find out what I can do. They wouldn't be pleased.
As part of my crew, you have my protection.
Understood, sir. In the meantime, I intend to make myself irreplaceable.
Remember, we're not here to make trouble. You start something, I get unhappy.
Callio, of all the gifts you've sent to me, this is truly the finest. An agent of Imperial intelligence. How marvelous.
Callio said you needed help. We're willing to work with you.
You believed her?
Weezer.
Callio has been selling information to the Revolutionary Edge Brigade ever since she joined the Empire.
What are you doing?
Imperial security data, spaceport blueprints, the names of powerful people, useful things. But now she's gone beyond the call of duty.
As if I didn't see that coming.
Shut up. This wasn't what we agreed to.
Why bother keeping it private when your associate dies anyway? He's more useful dead than alive. His hands and eyes can get us through biometric security scans.
This isn't a harvest job.
Then I apologize for misreading our agreement, but this is too promising an opportunity to pass up.
Tell me what's going on. Tell me the truth.
Damn you, Agent. And damn you, Weezer, for making me do this.
No mercy. Disappointed with you, Callio. You were never a believer, but siding with the Empire?
I didn't want to pick a side. So yeah, I sold him a few secrets. He paid better than you do, and it's not like I got you in trouble.
How long have you two been working together?
I don't know. First time we went to Droman Kaas, I sent him some stuff. Just became a regular thing. I didn't talk about the missions. I'm not stupid. He was into bombing spaceports and raiding transports, not espionage and conspiracies.
I've dedicated my life to this work. Selling Imperial secrets, it can't continue.
Meaning what? You should know by now that I am never going to care about the Empire. Not like you do. Not at all.
I don't need you to care, but I can't have a traitor on my team. Step out of line again and you're dead, understand?
Yeah, I understand. I'm your freaking prisoner. Let's get out of here.